What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck?
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to Hunt the Week.
Hello everyone, and welcome into the show. Welcome on in, each and every one of you construction workers. Who's out there building? Who's out there getting it built? I don't care if you're working on a building or on a street. It doesn't matter to me. You're contributing to the process that we are all contributing to. Yes, it's Build a Set League. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome into the show. This is Hunt the Week, your weekly Magic the Gathering podcast about the Arena Gauntlet League that we know, love, and play in. This is Build a Set Week 1. It's exciting. We're learning. We're seeing how it all works. How did it come together? What do people think? We're going to talk about it. This fun experiment has ups and downs. It really does. I welcome you into the show. Who am I? I am your host with the most. Your Don John DeMarco, your Goku, or Go Home, the Pride of Mardu. I'm an 8-time top 8er, 2-time league winner. One time I had a Mega Draft in 4 hours that I have prepared very little for. We're just going to wing it, man. We'll talk about it. Let's go ahead. Let's start the show off, and let's build it together.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scraps.
As I record, currently 4:11 on Thursday, this is your Build-A-Set Top 16. Number 1, Kevin Iconi, 1993, 5-0. Number 2, Josie B. Visiger, 5-0. Tim A. Flavatog, 5-0. Daniel He, Danimal, MTG, 5-0. Cam B. Prince Egbert, 5-0. Richard K. Preacher, 26, 4-0. Paul G. The Dragon, 4-1. Luke M. Gravecrawler, 4-1. Jack H. Rakic, 4-1. Sawyer T. Soy Boy, 4-1. Matt G. I Love Atar, 4-1. Jacob P. Pie Demon, 4-1. Stephen L. Lim Revolutions, 4-1. Joaquin E. Diabolic Machine, 4-1. Jared C. Waffle Tiger, 4-1. Nolan F. Mordor, 4-1. 5-0s were the first 5 names I read. Kevin Iconi, 1993. Josie B. Visiger, Tim A. Flavatog, Daniel He, Danimal NTG, and Cam B. Prince Egbert. All 5-0. Congrats, everyone, on your good start to Build a Set League. Continue. See how it's going on. Here's the thing. I bet these pools are nuts. All these 5-0 pools, I don't even know that I want to open them because I'm sure they're crazy. And we're building in Build a Set. We're trying out the set that we all built together. We're seeing how it goes. We're seeing how it plays. This has been my experience so far with Build a Set. I mean, you heard last week. I talked about some exciting cards that I opened. Some big, bomby, but expensive cards. Doppelgang and Breach the Multiverse. 2 big bombs, right? Built a green-black Graveyard, Insidious Roots, Chalk Outline. I'm milling myself. I'm getting my Pentapus. I'm bringing it back. That with a little bit of blue, because I gotta have a little blue in there, right? Gotta draw a couple cards. Why not? Along the way. And the deck was really cool, and it was good, and I liked it. But it wasn't synergistic enough, and it kind of just lost 2 powerful cards. That was kind of my... I'm putting in a lot of time and effort to make Insidious Roots work, and Thraben Charm, wipes my graveyard, Or Elspeth's Nightmare wipes my graveyard. Or Ugin wipes away all my board. It's a lot of work just to get negated by, 1 or 2 things, and those things are pretty prevalent. A lot of enchantment hate for, to get rid of Insidious Roots or Chalk Outline. And then the deck's just kind of bringing back Pentapusses again and again, trying to find Breach or Doppelgang. I've cast Breach multiple times and still lost. Although I've also cast it and stolen someone's Ugin, so that was super fun. But I started O2, trying to do a synergy thing. It didn't feel good. Doing a lot of practice games, losing a lot of practice games. It doesn't just feel... I just think my pool is just not super great. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. I don't love the pool. So I am on red-black aggressive, turn them sideways, kill them, get them dead. I can't really compete with these big bomby long game cards, but I can throw a bunch of dudes down and shoot your face. Finished 2 and 3, not terrible, not bad. It is a 3-weeker, so we're only playing to 6 losses. So 2 and 3, I'm basically halfway out. But, that's fine. That's totally fine. I don't think this is a great sealed set. I think the people that are having fun probably have super busted cards and lots of really good ones. Maybe, I don't know. I guess I could be wrong there. But it's either play these big powerful cards, or you're playing real aggressive because you got to win before those big powerful cards come down. And I've switched to the aggressive side, and it's been working out for me a little bit better. But where this set shines, and oh my god, I cannot recommend it enough. Do a draft. Do a draft of this set. This set drafts so friggin' well. Maybe not my favorite sealed experience. My favorite draft experience of the year, I think. This thing is great. I've only done 2, so small sample size, but really like how many different decks there are. There's powerful things. There's good things. You can make the synergies work so much better in draft when you're grabbing everything that you need to. Still powerful, broken stuff, but I don't know. The draft has been super fun. The gameplay's been really good. There's been a bunch of drafts firing in the server, more than I think I've ever seen fire. And there's a reason for it. Get in there and draft this set. It is cool. It is a cool draft set. I know when Johnny came on, we talked a little bit about the difference between making a cube and making a set that was draftable. This feels like it did end up in a cube, and I'm not really sure what the difference is. But this does feel cubey, like it's pretty cubey, maybe more than an actual set, or maybe not. There's a lot going on here. There's so many cards, so many powerful things, and it's did you open good stuff, right? I've got some great blue, some pretty good blue cards. I don't have any counter spells, so blue's not super great. Again, I've talked about my struggles with trying to do a graveyard thing, and I just don't have the good, fun white cards to make white work, sadly. But we're getting through. Build a Set League. I'm trying to find some more drafts to fire. Because again, do a draft. I don't know how long it's going to be up there to do, or how excited everyone's going to be to do it. But man, this set drafts really, really well. And then big hats off to Johnny for I can't imagine that being easy. The fact that my takeaway is man, this thing's super fun to draft. It's really cool. It's a really cool outcome to have from the set. And of course, we have a song from Kevin Icahn, 1993, who's currently 5-0 in first place. Congrats, Kevin. Kevin's been crushing it this year, man. Kevin's been in leagues a long time, and he has leveled up. Kevin wasn't a guy whose name I would be saying in the top 8 a lot in years past, but this year, this guy's been mega drafting like crazy. Currently number 1, 5-0, been crushing it on the songs. Has a baby he's taking care of. Oh my gosh, the hardest working man in the server, possibly. But hey, the song's from Kevin, and it's about his love of the Gitrog monster. Who doesn't love the Gitrog? If you're not on board with a giant frog, I don't know that we can be friends, man. I don't know. So here's Kevin's song about the Gitrog monster.
Down where the black water run. Lord, down where the black water run. There's a thing older than the dirt and the dying of the sun. They call him Gitrog, the king of the muck. Yeah, Gitrog, the god of the luck. When a belly like a grave and he run plumb out of luck. He eat the ground. He eat the ground. He pull the earth right out from under the town. Hungrier the more that he's fed. 2 yellow moons for eyes and the swamp for a bed. Don't you lay your hand on him, child. One cold touch and you're already down in the devouring ground. Croak come rolling through the cypress and the moss. That croak come crawling through the Spanish moss. And the man who hears it twice will count him as a loss. He swallowed the field, he swallowed the fin, swallowed the field and he come back again. Hey, the road you walked in on, so you ain't walking out, my friend. He eat the ground, he eat the ground. He pulled the acre right down with no sound. Feed him your harvest, feed him your dead. He'll thank you kindly, then he'll swallow your head. Preacher prayed all night by the slough. Morning call, weren't no preacher to be found in the devouring ground. Now they say a frog will grow to fit his pond. This one grow to fit the whole damn world. Every spade full of dirt you bury your kin in. That's just one more bite he's owed. Got mud in his teeth and a hymn in his throat. Got the river and the road both stuck in his throat. And when there's nothing left, baby, he'll eat the very note and lay back down in the devouring ground. He eat the ground, he eat the ground. He pulled the earth right out from under the town.
Thank you, Kevin, and congrats on your current position. Continue to win. Go, go, go. Win, win, win. You're the best. Thank you for the song. And of course, we've got a great guest this week. We've got an exciting guest, huh? An excellent guest this week. And if you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they will come.
That's right. This week we are building it with none other than Cam B, a.k.a. Prince Egbert, Count Egbert, and King Egbert. The whole royalty of eggs is here as Cam comes on the show. Talk about it a little bit, but tried to get Cam on a few months ago, and they were doing really well in a league, and it just didn't work out. And I was super happy that they were able to come back on here now for Build a Set League. Showing off their great Secrets of Strixhaven finish. They got to play in the Mega Draft of theirs. And now they're doing great. Another 5-0 start to Build a Set League. Love talking to them. They were wonderful guests. Go ahead, listen to my interview with Cam. Egg boy like egg. Now. All right, everyone, join me this week as we are building it together with none other than Cam B, Prince Egbert. Welcome to the show, Cam.
Thank you. Good to be here. And thanks for the invite.
Hey, happy to have you. We almost got you on a few months ago for another league you were doing great in, but the timing didn't work out. Happy to finally get you on.
Yeah, it's fun. I was sad to miss out just for scheduling last time, so it's good to be here.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's hard to ignore you, Cam. I mean, this guy's out here. You just did the Secrets of Strixhaven Mega Draft. I see you doing drafts right now. For the AGL, DL.
Yeah, just keep adding letters.
And you've had some great leagues. Again, you're 5-0 to start build a set. You're doing great.
Thanks. I mean, I'm honestly terrified of my current success because I feel like the more the hype gets built up, the more I'm destined to fall. And like every successive win makes the next game a little bit more nerve-wracking. So slightly terrified of my current position. And the conversations in general chat don't help.
That's the thing. You start to get to the point where it's like, well, we expect you to do pretty well now, okay? Like, I expect you to at least top 32, top 16 this thing, Like,
yeah,
that's expected.
Yeah, because normally I can do like an 0-5 in week 2 and just fade back into mediocrity, but now there's too many eyes focused in.
Everyone's watching. The server, the world, it's all here.
I guess so.
But I want to know, let's start at the beginning. When did you start playing Magic?
So I feel like I was a very casual collect the cards starting back in original Kamigawa. So and
Awesome.
that was very much just shove them in my pocket and run around wherever I was. So I've been around the game for a very long time, and that contributes to like card knowledge.
Mhm.
But I didn't really start playing limited in earnest until probably Bloomborough.
Okay.
So a little more recent. And then since Bloomer, I basically played all the sets like a degenerate. So fitting right in on the server.
Do you still
Uh,
have those old Kamigawa cards laying around somewhere?
I do quite a bit of them. There's like it's such a nostalgia trip for me always whenever I play
Mhm.
Magic, and it's so hard to fight anytime there's any archetype or anything that just reminds me of any of the cards I played with when I was younger. It's so
Mhm.
hard not to just immediately gravitate towards them. So like Neon Dynasty, of course, was like a big throwback for me, and just any set as well that's popped up. But yeah, I always say I'm going to sell my cards, and I never do.
You
So they're just
can't.
piling up,
You
more
can't.
boxes.
You can't. It's a collectible card game, right?
Yeah, you don't sell collectibles.
No,
Everyone knows that.
because as soon as you sell them, they double in price, and you hate yourself.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to be looking like a fool there with the $1,000 you sold from those cards when it
Those
could have been two.
that guy who sold a Black Lotus for $100 in
Mhm.
1995 or whatever. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's basically Bitcoin.
don't bring it up around Raph. Don't bring it up
Oh
around
yeah.
Raph. Are you mainly a limited player? Is that your focus? You do other
Yeah, I'll
formats?
socially. I sometimes play Commander. You get
Oh
it out of the
gosh.
way. People can kick me out. It's a social game. It's like it's the fun of getting to play with my cards in an unrelated board game to the other half of Magic, you know? Like it's
I love it.
its
I,
own realm.
I like four-player Magic, and Commander's
Mhm.
the easiest way to make it happen.
Yeah, it's so much easier to get my friends into when I can give them a themed precon and we can sit down and hang out and play calmly.
who's your go-to Commander?
Uh, so I have a couple. Zedru the Great-Hearted is my most played because
Classic.
why not? Yeah. I have a full Spirit Dragon deck under Okagachi as well,
Ooh,
which is of course just Kamigawa coming out.
yeah.
So that's my actual pride. It never wins. It's never won. You think that dragons could sneak a win? It doesn't. But
Well, hey, it's Commander. One day you just need to
hmm.
politics and get to that one right moment, and then it can
Yeah, that's
happen.
what it's about. Yeah, just tricking your friends. That's really the name of the game.
Let's talk about the Mega Draft. You just had a great.
Yes.
What was your win streak in Strixhaven? Did you have a crazy win streak?
Yeah, so I started off with a win and then I lost five in a row and then proceeded to win, I believe, 22 of my next 25
Oh
games.
my God, that's insane.
So a good run. I think, yeah, I mean, that set's wild. I think that it's so driven by random pieces of power that go into your deck,
Yeah.
that made just all kinds of crazy stuff happens in your matches. And I was playing aggro the whole time, so I was kind of just slamming cards forward and hoping for the best,
hmm
which in sealed especially you can often just steal games that way. I also think my deck had some go wide elements that most of the pools in the format weren't super well equipped to handle
Yeah.
because people were running a lot of suit mirrors where you're light on removal and your removal has to hit everything.
hmm
So there's not a ton of stuff that would just be able to slow down, and a random token or a couple burn spells could hit for like 10 damage and steal games.
Nice.
So that was the name of my strategy, and it got me pretty far. So yeah.
It got you all the way to the end.
hmm
All the way to the Mega Draft. Then your Mega Draft happens. How did it go? Because I got a Mega Draft coming up for this set. Okay, here's the secret, Cam. I need you to give me the tips.
Well, I went 1 and 2, so you can have all my secrets and maybe go a little further than me. Um, but honestly, my take on the Mega Draft is that for a Mega Draft, it was a pretty vanilla Strixhaven experience.
Yeah.
Where the electives that get put in were the ones that were most chosen over the course of the league, which of course are the ones that people wanted to be in their decks, which are the most strongest archetypes.
Mhm.
And essentially that means that the best decks are better and
Yeah.
everything else doesn't get any help. So we have some lands, we have some mana dorks, and some burn spells. It goes in the exact same decks that you would build otherwise. There's just so many dual lands in there. So everyone
Yes.
could splash whatever you wanted. You could kind of go wherever. Aggro ended up coming out on top, I think, in the end. But all that aside, I ended up In the draft itself, like everyone else for every mega draft, the goal is you pick up as much fixing as possible and then you try to get some bombs to go with it.
Yep.
So I was doing my thing. I started out in green with some fixing and got pushed off of it pretty fast and ended up kind of moving into Jeskai control space.
Okay.
Which I think probably was the right decision for my seat. And I felt pretty good about that choice, but I was a little slow on the uptake for it. So I probably should have been knowing that I was going to end up there, maybe a pack sooner and, pick up some more of the good spells towards the ends of packs to kind of flesh out my deck. I didn't see anything super powerful in the whole draft. So the end of the day in Strixhaven, if you don't open power, you kind of have to be lucky or clever.
Yeah.
But the deck played okay. It was Prismari mostly and just kind of removed stuff and either tempoed people out or went to the end of the game with Divergent Equations and just had 30 counter spells in my deck. So that was the fun part. Once I hit a certain point, Divergent Equation comes online and it's great. But yeah, it was fun. Didn't do super well. But I can't be that sad with a 1-2 against pretty stiff competition in the mega drafts.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I always say week 6 is real tough, but I mean, the mega draft is the best players on the server playing some great Magic.
Yeah.
And this is, like you said, it's all the fixing in the world because there's an extra dual land in every pack, and there's an extra burn spell in every pack. So I know you played Jeskai. There was 3 red-white decks, I think. So it's like. Yeah. There's tons of red out there. And then the 2 drops, it's like it does kind of skew aggressive. There's so much stuff just being thrown in these packs that make it just a little different than a normal Strixhaven draft.
Yeah. There's just like a few things to kind of flesh out the edges of decks that normally would like miss on their playables by the end. But the main deck, my opponent in the final round did have a Gruul base, which is kind of interesting. And I think that the Mana Dorks, being a lot of them between green and red, and the extra burn spells as well helped make that possible.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess that is distinct from a normal Strixhaven draft.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a lot of Gruul in Secrets of Strixhaven. I don't think I've seen a single one, ever. But let's talk about Build-A-Set now.
Yes.
Again, you're deep in it. You've done a few drafts. You're 5-0 in the sealed portion. I can tell that you're enjoying what's going on and you're digging it. What's helping you get to the 5-0 start? Is your pool that busted?
I don't think my pool is that busted. I say that about every pool though, and everyone who ever goes on a win streak always says, I don't think my deck's that good, but it's working out. That's just what you have to say no matter what. It's just the rule. Because you see the weaknesses in your own deck before your opponents who just lost.
Yeah.
I think my deck's okay. It just gets on the board and goes forward. And that's what you have to do in limited, especially early in the leagues. I think that it's relative to the other decks that are out there. I think I have a less of an edge in this league than I did in Strixhaven. But it's solid. I got a couple good rare duplicates that makes my deck pretty consistent. And I have ways to get lands and hit my drops and ramp out. And that's just what you need to do. I think the set as a whole, because of what happened while we were voting, which was half the people pushing for synergy pieces and half the people putting cards that they just wanted to play with and that are kind of always good and create enjoyable experiences. Neither group's in the wrong, but because you have 2 of them, it means you have a set where you actually feel that in the gameplay of like the synergy decks that are kind of, plunking along and playing a bunch of 1/1s and 2/2s, and the decks that just want to play a 4/4 trample and just keep hitting you.
Yeah.
And so I'm on the latter side right now, which isn't too bad for sealed. It's working out, but we'll see what happens if everybody else catches up or not.
See, I'm having a similar experience, which is I started on like a green-black little Sultai, Insidious Roots, graveyard stuff, and like it's just a little too. It's like I gotta find the roots, I gotta find all these pieces, I need all these things to work together. Now I'm playing red-black, I'm turning my cards sideways, and I'm just like, I don't know. Let's see if you can get to 7 mana and cast your Ugin before I kill you. That's kind of the game plan at this point.
Yeah, and like after a certain point, you just have to go for the consistency. And I really, really want these synergy decks to work out, and that's what in my Build-A-Set picks and everything I've done. Like in the drafts, it's like I always want to see those decks. Like that's the most fun. but a lot of them just don't get across the finish line.
You
And
got to
that's,
open the right pieces. I mean, it's all about
yeah.
what you open too, right?
Hmm.
Like, I finally got a disinformation campaign. I love that card. I love
Hmm.
Surveil. I love playing blue. I have no counterspells in my pool. I can't really
Hmm.
play blue very, very well. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I just don't get the chance to really try to do that in a way where
Mhm.
I would like win. I can still do it, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna win.
I think that's been one of the things that's quite enjoyable for me about these side quest drafts for AGL
Yeah.
It's just been in a 40 card draft or a 3-pack draft, you have so much more opportunity to force those synergies to work compared to the sealed. And I know you've done some of these drafts as well and have probably
I
experienced.
love it.
Yeah.
I have seen aggro decks and I'm like, oh my God, we made aggro too good. And then
Hmm.
like in the next draft, I passed all the surveil disinformation campaigns because I was like, this
Hmm.
it's too slow. You can't do it.
Yeah.
I've seen the aggro decks, and then the disinformation campaign deck goes 3-0.
Hmm.
It's awesome. I love seeing
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Great.
You
I'm
know?
proud of us as a server, as a collective,
Yeah.
for making something that's fun.
It's super fun. And it's also
Mhm.
like I played a blue red deck, but I didn't play a blue red Alliance draw cards deck. I played a different kind
Hmm.
of deck. And like there's a lot of I saw mill work. I saw somebody milling people out. Like
Hmm.
it's just everything can kind of shine a little bit. It's cool. It's just we did a really good job on this set, I think.
Yeah, it's fun. I think that people's additions as well, for all the talk about like power level band and people going over or under, I think that the rares and uncommons that people submitted have done a good job at creating a varied experience as well.
Yeah.
And I've faced against an Ugin and a Godparrow's Gift, and both of those are
Yeah.
tough to beat, but that's
Yeah.
not any different than any other limited set. I think it's less frequent in this set than Strixhaven or lots of other stuff we've done recently.
What did I play? I played against the what's the bird that puts the power 9 in your deck?
Oh, the Oracle of the Alpha.
Oracle of Alpha, and then they played a Urion and flickered it. I was like, cool. You're doing cool stuff. I'm not going to win this game, but you're doing some fun stuff. Like, that's great.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a fun set. And like, I think
Mhm.
there's just enough weirdness. I'm even happy with like the sprinkling of like Alchemy, Oracle of the Alpha. These weird cards that like are super strong and maybe you don't get to play with a bunch, but like, I don't know. I like playing with them every now. If not now, when? When are we ever going to get to
Yeah,
play with these
exactly.
things?
And they're not super like Oracle of the Alpha is more on the fun scale than the power scale.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it gives you the power 9, the fact that it puts the Moxes into your deck instead of into your opening hand
Hmm.
is a pretty big nerf to its ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, you get to that point of the game where like, I just need a good top deck, and you draw a Black Lotus. You're like, that's cool, but
Yeah.
I just lost, you know?
Yeah, you get to throw your hundreds of dollars on the table for your opponent to see, which is almost as good as winning, but not quite.
No, not totally quite.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a fun set. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna try and hopefully get some more drafts in for it too. Because again, I think it's a really fun draft set. The sealed
Mhm.
I think is good, but drafting it is like if this was on Arena, I'd probably be drafting this all day. It's
Yeah.
a really fun time.
It's reminiscent of one of the cubes that Arena puts on, but the
Mhm.
fact that it's in set format changes it a bit, so you get to see some cards multiple times and it's a little more varied. And yeah, it's pretty fun. And also the fact that we designed it makes it special.
It does make it, and it's cool to be like, who's playing my card? Do I get to see my
Mhm.
card in someone's pool or someone's
Mhm.
deck? I don't know. It's fun that we all did this thing together, and like,
Mhm.
I don't know. There's things to gripe about, but I think it's working much better than I expected it to, and that's amazing.
I had such low hopes for it
Yeah.
when we were first voting. I think after like the first 2 votes, I was like, I'm out. This is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And I was just like so thrown back. I don't know if you ever participated in like the server drafts we did where we did quick draft and everyone voted for each pick that would.
Yeah,
made.
I have done those. Yeah, those are
And it
chaos.
was we draft good decks sometimes, but anytime there was any ambiguity, the deck would fall apart as people would like push down 2 lanes and split the middle and end up with nonsense.
Mhm.
Like who's awake, who's asleep. I was getting that vibe initially, but it ended up working out in the end.
Johnny did a great job, and we
Yeah,
all did a good job
honestly.
together.
Hats off to him.
And again, it's people are loving it. They're saying maybe do it once a year. It's like, yeah, I'd be super fun to revisit this concept again.
Yeah.
It was great. Cam, you've been in a good amount of leagues now. What was your first league? How long have you been here?
Ether Drift. So a little over a year, I think now.
That's a good one to come in. You came in for the race
Yeah,
car.
it was super fun, and honestly, the comeback mechanic in it, it was great. the pack selection and meta I thought was super fun.
Yeah, that was a really neat one.
Mhm.
But I want to know what's been your favorite? What kind of league does Cam like?
So it's honestly tough to decide. I think that the most fun I had was probably in the Edge of Eternities League. And that
Oh,
was, I mean, driving the ship around is fun. Having the small
super
crew
fun.
was fun.
Yeah.
Also, just how that set happened to shake out for me is I ended up with 2 copies of the blue-black wipe that also mills half
Oh,
your
Mills
opponent's
half.
library.
Yeah.
And then ended up taking some DFT packs and ended up getting the River Turn Monument and an Ether Siphon.
You
So
did
I was just
not.
playing straight mill to my
Oh
glorious
my
12 and
God.
11 finish for the whole league. Um, Super fun to build, super fun to like go through this weird old sets to try to find like ones that had mill synergies or anything
Yeah.
for my blue black control mill deck. Wasn't good, but it was a good time. I
Yeah.
think just like all the selection of all the way across history and like seeing a planet get rolled and be like, ooh, now I get
Yeah.
to go and get roll for this one specific card from this one like uncommon list in Eldraine or whatever. So that was a great time. But yeah, I think I've had a decent time in most of the leagues. Anytime the set is engaging, I enjoy the league more, obviously, but that's how it always goes.
Yeah, I always find I always do well in the leagues for
Mhm.
the sets that I like a lot, and I'm drafting a lot because
Mhm.
I know the cards and I'm playing them a bunch, you know.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
the sets that I like barely touch, I'm like, man, why am I sucking in league? It's like, well, I'm not really
Mhm.
practicing or paying much attention.
Mhm. Yeah. Agreed.
Although I will say, doing terrible in build a set, Cam. I'm 2-3.
Uh-oh. But the
But
side quest drafts, so it's fine.
I'm doing happy in the side quest. In the side quest, I'm 2-1, 2-1. I'm doing
Also,
great there.
2-3 start, not terrible.
It's
Like
not.
that's slightly below average, I guess.
If it
So
wasn't a
you
three,
feel hard on yourself.
the fact that it's a 3-weeker stings. It's like I'm
Yeah.
already halfway done.
Mhm.
But you know what? I'm fine to be halfway done. I've had some good leagues.
Mhm.
I gotta be humbled a bit too sometimes. Cam,
Mhm. Of course.
I need my red black turn them sideways deck to make me go. Yeah, sometimes you don't open 3 together as ones, and you can kind of make it work.
Was that your story for Strixhaven?
Oh yeah, 3 together as ones, and
Nice.
then every card, and then Unprobable Alliance and cards that draw cards. Just draw
Mhm.
1,000 cards, and we'll win eventually.
I'm sure no opponent ever eye rolled after the third one
Oh
was
my
cast.
gosh! Sometimes I just burned face with like 3 in
Mhm.
a row, and it was just like, all right, the first one finds the next one, the next one finds the
Mhm.
next one, and now you're dead.
Yeah.
Sorry to everybody that had to play against
Mhm.
that deck. But
I
hey,
mean,
play
yeah,
me
if you're
now.
going to be chaining them, like, why would you bother killing their 3/3 when you can just bolt
Yeah.
them 4 times?
I mean, it works. It's a weird strategy, but it
Mhm.
works.
Yeah, I feel like the headline for Strixhaven, a lot of these like rare build arounds are just weird strategy that just works
Yeah.
and is good.
If you get there and make it happen, things will work out. We got some great league questions for you, Cam. Are you ready for your questions?
Oh boy, here we go.
We got some good ones. Johnny came on the show last week, curator of Build a Set. What is your reasoning or your relationship for your 3 Build a Set picks? Builder's Talent, Astali Reclaimer, and Earth Rumbler.
Yeah, so I think when I was like thinking about what I wanted to put in, I wanted to put things in that would just be fun without changing whatever the power level was. And so I submitted my initial list a little bit early.
Mhm.
And at the time I submitted Builder's Talent, the Asteli Reclaimer, and then Ice Till Explorer.
Yes.
And eventually someone else also duplicated the Explorer, so Johnny let me swap it out. And I put in the Earth Rumbler after reading what was already in the set and trying to give the graveyard deck a little more legs, which
Ooh.
probably wasn't enough. But
But it was
the
nice
thought
of you
there.
to try, you know?
Yeah, right. I mean, it just seems like a fun synergy piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all of them, I wanted something that could potentially unlock like weird side decks to go into the format. And it kind of like harkens back to, I mean, Builder's Talents from Bloomburrow originally, and that was kind of how I felt about that card in that format, where the format was a little vanilla at times. You had your color pairs, you lock one in, and then you stick to your whichever group you chose. And it felt like Builder's Talent was a card that managed to make decks that were completely outside of that
Mm-hmm.
and that were interesting and fun and like change your pick order. So I threw it in.
That's
Happy
a great
with it.
card. Yeah.
It's super fun. I don't know whether it's actually strong enough for the set and like how fast white wants to be most of the time, but maybe there's some white control-y type stuff that'll use it. Reclaimer, similarly, like another graveyard synergy. At the time, I was thinking we were going to see more planeswalkers. Some of them ended up getting taken out, but kind of the idea of being able to, I think it can pull walkers back from the bin. So just ideas of stuff people could do with those, and kind of have some grindy white decks was kind of the vision for those two. Reclaimer also was in the deck. I had like a super weird EOE deck. When I hit my peak in Mythic, I think I was in like top 30 or something, and I had a weird deck I built with the Reclaimer where I was like, I don't know if I should even play this deck. I'm sub 250 right now. I should just like walk away.
Yeah.
And I played it out, and I went like 6-3 or 7-2 or something like that. So it's a fun card, underrated, not amazing, but it got in there. And I hope that it goes well in someone's deck somewhere. I don't know.
I'll tell you this, I've seen it already. I thought seized it out of somebody's hand because I was
as their best card. You thought,
you know what? I really was scared of it. I was like, I don't know what they're going to do with this, but if they can do anything with it, I don't want to know. Yeah, great choices. And I've played Builder's Talent a couple times now, and it's been super fun. That's not a card I really knew. It's been really cool.
Yeah, it's just fun.
I had it with that's the white one, right? The white.
Yeah, the white one that puts counters for non-creature like permanents that come in.
In my first draft, I had a Killer Among Us, which makes the 3/1/1s, and I had 2 copies of Doppelgang. So I would Doppelgang a Killer Among Us and then put counters on all of them because I would have a Builder's Talent out. It was super fun.
That sounds super cool. Yeah, see, that's the dream. You want like weird build arounds because that's what I'm thinking. Like for the rares and uncommons that people are submitting, they're not voted. I just want diversity of effects, and then people can find the lanes and find the web to connect.
We're good players. We'll figure out how to make it work,
Mm-hmm.
Our next question is from Richard K. Preacher. Favorite non-breakfast egg dish?
Hate eggs.
You hate eggs.
I hate
really?
eggs. I really hate eggs.
Damn, you're shattering my reality.
I know. I knew this was going to be a heartbreaker for some people here. But yeah, they're gross. They're slimy. They taste
Your
like
name
sulfur.
was Egg Boy Like Egg.
I don't understand why that means I have to like.
You're not Egg Boy. Are you not Egg Boy?
I'm not Egg Boy. Egg Boy's a cat.
Egg Boy is somebody else.
Yeah, Egg Boy's the cat, which is my profile picture.
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, so no non-breakfast egg dish.
No non-breakfast egg dish. No breakfast egg dish. None of the egg dishes are making it in.
That brings us to our question from Joaquin E. Diabolic Machine. What's up with the transformation from Egg Boy Like Egg to Prince Egbert? Is this the source of your shiny new win rate?
It is. Prince Egbert's hungry for the crown, He's ready to inherit. I do feel a little bit like, I think I have 4 accounts for context here. There's Prince Egbert, King Egbert, Count Egbert, and then Egg Boy Like Egg. I think that Egg Boy Like Egg as a name is just so silly that it takes me out of the game sometimes.
Really? I love Egg Boy Like Egg. Is just, I love saying it. It sounds
It's
fun.
funny. It's a funny name, yeah. So maybe it breaks my mental. I don't know. So
are these all nicknames for your cat? Is that what they are?
So the cat's name's Egbert. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, essentially they're just riffing on that. And the context, this cat does love eggs, so the name has some meaning.
How do you find out that a cat loves eggs?
Because initially it happened. My dad set a bunch of eggs on the counter, and he proceeded to knock them off one by one,
Classic
as
cat.
a cat is apt to do, and ate them. So you got to know. But once animals do something or see something once, they get so hopeful.
Yeah.
Every time he visits, walks into the kitchen, every time he comes near the counter, it's just
Egg Boy Like Egg.
Egg Boy Likes eggs.
I love it. That's great. Oh man, what a shattering reality.
I know. It's going to change things for me, I'm sure.
Cam does not actually like eggs at all.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Terrible. Oh my God, a hatred of eggs. And yet you still promote them constantly in your names.
Yeah. I'm free marketing for something I can't even stand.
I know, it's terrible. Buster S. Hugester would love to know, what are your thoughts on Drapery?
I think I'm just going to sound like a hater here, but I'm kind of out on Drapery too. They kind of not quite in the eggs category, but just seems like they're collecting dust. Like, what are we doing here?
I love this interview. This is wonderful. We don't like eggs. We don't like drapes.
Yeah, give me something else to hate on. Come on, keep it
Come
coming.
on. Okay. Who eggs you on the most in the server? This is from
I
Evan
can't
C.
think of-
Piece of Cribs. Who it doesn't have to be just one person. Who's your arch egg nemesis?
Ooh, arch egg nemesis. So it's eggs you on. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because initially I would just take this as a bad thing because it has
I
eggs.
think
in it,
it's
but I
bad
kinda
thing.
think- Bad thing. Okay. I don't know that I have a nemesis in the server. I can probably pull up my win-loss and find out who I've lost the most matches to. Um, hmm.
No, your nemesis is something you feel. You know,
Yeah.
it's something you would know right away. You would be like, that dang Nick L, that dang Nick A, you know, like one of these guys, that Sawyer, that Jordan.
It's probably a Nick. I mean, there's so many of them, and like
That's a good
I've
guess.
lost all of them enough times for it to count. Yeah, I think that my nemesis always ends up being every league because of just the times that I can play at that time. I always end up facing at least one person 2 to 3 times in the league,
Yeah.
and then they just become my nemesis because I like as soon as you lose to a card once, losing it to it the second and third times even worse.
Yep.
So that's got to be it. But sorry, I don't have a specific nemesis. I feel like I'll think about it and try to develop some hatred with people.
If you're out there and you're Cam's nemesis and you are so mad, if you're fuming right now because you're like, I lose sleep over this guy and he doesn't even know I exist, you know, shoot Cam a message and say, actually, your nemesis is me and I'm coming for you.
Yeah,
Okay?
just know it's a one-sided thing, you know? You got to work harder at it.
I mean, it's hard to go against when the streak's 22 out of 25 game wins or whatever. Like, good luck. Yeah, maybe you're the nemesis against a lot of other people on the server. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe that's kind of I guess that's better to just have a bunch of people seething as you walk away. Although, again, we need to be clear here. I have this good record over the last 2 leagues. I was like a 1 game above 500 type of player before
You're
this.
best. You're the best there is, Cam. We all
All
know
right,
it.
yeah. Give me the crown.
Hey, King Egbert, indeed. Our next question is from Lotta. Lotta would know, best thing about 2026 so far?
Oh, man. So this is completely unrelated to the Magic world,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
I guess you're getting more snippets of what Cam does in the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I played a lot of beach volleyball or a lot of volleyball in general, and I've
Nice.
been recovering from a shoulder injury for the past year or so.
Mhm.
So getting back on the court this year has been quite nice as I've rehabbed it. And that's probably upside. I'm back up to playing 4 to 5 times a week, which
Awesome.
has been amazing for physical and mental health.
What's your position? Or I guess what do you spike or are you a bumper? Is that a better question?
I guess it goes either way. So for doubles, which is the main beach sport, you sometimes have a side. It depends on who you're playing with and who you're playing against. And I tend to always just defer. So if the person I'm playing with wants to block, then I'll play in the back. If they want to play in the back, then I'll block, and that's fine. We'll do either way. For larger team volleyball, when you have more people on the court and you have an actual position, I play outside hitter. So I wave my hand at the ball a lot.
He's out the side. He's hidden. Everyone, watch out for Cam, and watch out for the volleyball court. That sounds awesome. Especially as summer's coming around, getting ready. I bet
Yeah,
that's great.
super excited. Yeah, just being outside and doing all that that way I can have my 2 hobbies, Magic and volleyball, and
Let's
then
see.
I'm
You have
set.
Your indoor hobby and your outdoor. I need
Yeah,
an
being
outdoor
down to
hobby.
1, that was too much, too little.
Dirk E. Bacon Blue would love to know what got you into the AGL and what kept you here.
So definitely, I think it's a common story for everyone. You're looking for a way to draft or play sealed. They're just limited against people who are better than your local game store or more consistent competition, and B, cost less than grinding 100 events on Arena.
Yeah.
And so I played on a couple other servers first, and then eventually found my way here. And I think it's weird because I feel like I need to call out the Dragonstorm League, Tarkir, as both the reason I stayed and the reason I almost quit.
Ooh.
I feel like and I know there's probably questions about Mardu and all the other
That's the
stuff
next
that are
one.
coming
That's
up.
the next one.
But I feel like simultaneously, the faction league as the most frustrating experience is people rules lawyer and angle shoot and argue about what people mean, and people on all the different factions is completely chaotic and frustrating, but also having a faction is so much fun and having a team to root for and like people that you meet and hang out with. And also the set as well was just pure chaos.
The set was
so I feel like it took me a couple sets to really warm up to the idea of sticking around. Where I was having fun, but like it wasn't like oh yeah, I'm signing up for every league. I'd always look at the rule set and think, do I want to play in that? Do I like these cards? And then eventually decide if I wanted to play. And that was before. Now, of course, it's more just I've already paid before I look at the rule list.
Yeah. I don't care. Yeah,
I don't read Adam's literature. That's not.
We don't read the rules. We don't read the rules, guys. And I'm sorry.
Magic players can't read.
Well, we're so happy you stuck around, Cam. You're great to have at the server, and I'm sorry, as someone who was in Mardu, the pride of Mardu, as I call myself.
Oh yeah,
I am sorry. I'm sorry. Our last question comes from Jack H. Rakic. How did he feel about his experience with Witherbloom compared to his experience with Mardu in TDM? Yep. Which did he prefer?
Well, we both remember the Mardu days. We were full of spirit, full of energy, and not full of wins.
It's both. That's both sides of a faction league. It sucks to lose because you can see the writing on the wall way before it happens, and it's a bummer.
Yep.
But when you win, you all win together, and it's great.
Yeah, exactly. And like the 0 to hero, Mardu coming in last and Witherbloom coming in first.
Yeah.
From Jack's question here, it feels nice. I mean, you feel the different energy in the chats of when people are losing out, where it's like you have so much discussion about all the crazy bombs, and then when you're winning, it's all about all of our great, amazing deck building and not the bombs in our deck. You just have the joy of being in that seat. So the vibe shift is certainly great. But honestly, I feel like most of the people that I talk to the most, or like just send random messages to, or like I'm likely to hop into a channel if I see they're drafting, it's all from either Mardu or Witherbloom, I think, where it's like people that I've spent time drafting, spent time chatting with. It having those factions where you're engaging with people helps so much for building those community ties. Yeah. So shout out to both of them, honestly.
It's a long old story, but that's how I all came to be. Is I'm not really a chatty, talkative person. I know it seems weird, but in my first league, I was in a faction league. Chris York, TO was our head, and he got me streaming games and talking to people, and the factions really bring out a lot of the community. That's great. Like, I still remember who was in Mardu back then, Lorehold back then, and Mardu last time, and the Riveteers. I know my sweet, sweet Riveteers are out there somewhere crying, but we'll come back. We'll come back, Riveteers. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm not sure how eager Wizards of the Coast is going to be to revisit that setting, but I'm looking forward for you when it does. One day we'll come back. Didn't they drop a building on somebody in that set? Some famous character died there. They dropped I'll have to look it up but you can just undo that. That's no big deal. Cam, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show and making time for this, man, and for playing in the league and for jumping in the side servers and just for being such a great part of the community. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, honestly, it's fun chatting with you. Super great that you run this podcast, just connecting so many people. Just tons of fun. And in the league as well, obviously. But hey, everyone that's always wanted to hear, Cam Boy like egg. How much does he like egg? We answered your question, okay? Not at all. Not at all. All right, well, good luck out there, Cam. Right, keep that 5-0 going, and go win your some side event dress, man. Go crush them. Thanks. Alrighty, have a good rest of your day. What a shocker to find out that he doesn't like eggs. You have to understand, I've been reading his name on the podcast for about a year now. He came in an Aether Drift, so about a year, maybe a little more. And it's always some kind of egg pun. So yeah, Camboy like egg, King Egbert, Prince Egbert. I mean, I don't know much about this guy, but you know what the one thing I know about this guy is? I bet he really likes eggs, or at least has a connection to eggs in a fun way. No, it's a cat. There's a cat that likes eggs. It's all about a cat. And you know what? I love that. I love an animal. I do. I got a dog always barking and whining in the background of the podcast, and boy, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thanks for coming on the show, Cam. Cam was wonderful. What a great player. Really been crushing it lately, much like Kevin. Cam's here, and they're doing great. And they were great to talk to. And they've done tons of the drafts. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there. Do some of the Build-A-Set drafts. It's the best set I've played all year. It'll be the best set you've played all year. I promise. Well, I promise. Okay? I promise. That's the Goku guarantee. And if you don't like it, talk to Johnny, dude. Okay? You don't like it? Talk to Johnny. Oh, man. I have a Mega Draft in 3 hours and 40 minutes. Normally, I'll do some prepping when I Mega Draft. I do it with bots. Kind of refresh myself on what's going on. But it's a Strixhaven Mega Draft, and, like, I don't know. I feel like those are generally kind of on rails. You kind of get pushed into a color. Here's my thoughts process. Here's where I'm at. You get the 3 bonus packs, right? I feel like you want to be red, either red, white, or red, blue, because you have the burn spell slot. It's extra red. I feel like it's hard to do the super splashy thing in a Mega Draft. I just never really have luck with it. I know people like Daniel G. Frisky Hobbit do it to great success. I think I'm saying this early. Who knows? Maybe you watch a 5-color soup pile that I pilot later on, and boy, I owe 3, and that's that. But I think going into it, I would love to be white-red, blue-red. I don't really want to play green. I don't want to be green-black. I don't think that's a good archetype. I don't think it's a winning archetype. I think white-black could work, but again, I think you want to take advantage of the burn spell slot. I think you want lots of early removal because there's going to be so many aggressive decks. They just drafted this set in the other Mega Draft a few days ago, and everything seemed really aggressive, at least everything that was winning. So I think you need to have a plan for that kind of thing. So that's what I'm thinking going in. We'll see how much I stick to it. You know, once you open a pack and the cards start flowing, you know, sometimes everything goes out the window, and you just go, hey, you know what? We're making green-blue work, and we're going to figure that out. You never know. You never do. But super excited to play in the Mega Draft for Strixhaven. I can't wait to play. Can't wait to see how it goes. Good luck to all my fellow Mega Drafters out there. It's a good group. It's a good group of people. Come on down. Take a watch tonight, 8 p.m., Thursday, the 11th of June. That's going to do it for the show, everyone. I hope there's a lot going on. You know what? Let's talk about some of the stuff going on, because there's a lot going on right now. It's a lot of side events. Let's look at all the side events. First of all, everyone got pinged today for some weird scam again. Good on the league committee for taking care of it quickly, but man, I haven't seen one of those in a little bit. And this wasn't even a fun porn one. This was a Mr. Beast money scam. Get that out of here. The Roto Draft has kicked off, or is kicking off, for Marvel. If you're ready for the Marvel set, you want to learn the cards early, get involved, get in the Rotos. The AGL World Cup is still going strong. I got knocked out. I'm no longer in it, but they are in the final stages now of the AGL World Cup, getting that ready. The AGL DL 4.0, which is what everyone's drafting the Build-A-Set for, that's going great because everyone's drafting Build-A-Set because it's a great set. Is there, like, how right now? Oh, there's nobody in it. I've been waiting all day for someone to kind of jump in, and it's just not picking up. But I want to play. If I didn't have a Mega Draft in a couple hours, I'd be really trying to play in it. You have York's Hundreds, which is the event that will not end. You know the song that doesn't end? Oh, it's kind of annoying. We got the side event that doesn't end from York. And I say that with love, York. I really do. We played Duplicate Sealed. Well, first we played Jumpstart. And that was fun. We all got to build Jumpstart packs. That was fun. We all got to be involved and do a thing. Then that finished. We did, and every time you won, you took the person you beat. You took their packs, added them to your pool. That was pretty cool and fun. I like that. I thought that was neat. Then we did Duplicate Sealed, which I don't like Duplicate Sealed. We also just did Duplicate Sealed in the World Cup. I didn't really like it there either. Duplicate Sealed. Maybe I'm just getting a lot of it. I feel like I'm doing a lot of Duplicate Sealed lately. And I do not enjoy Duplicate Sealed very much. But now we're doing Duplicate Sealed, which is we double the sealed pool we had before, which is fine. It's a fun idea, but I don't know with this pool. It just makes, there's only 2 colors you can really play, and they have a ton of good cards now. So we're going to see how that works out. I mean, the colors I like to play, and I won my first match, so I'm still going, and I love playing in a side event. But York's hundreds is going on. Definitely a weird side event, a wacky side event, but a pretty neat side event at the same time. I feel like there's more going on that I'm even missing out on. The floor is coming back at some point. And Lotta has her big Build-A-Set bracket where you can do the Winston draft. That's been really cool, too. I got to do Winston draft against Lotta. She beat me, of course. And then I got to play against Steve Trout, Steve Stumpers himself, and got the win off some like crazy nutto deck I built. It was really fun. But so that's been a real fun side event. Again, you get to Winston draft this fun set. Yeah, it's really cool. So many good side events right now, which is great because I'm 2-3 in league and I don't feel great about it. So I am really loving the side events right now. And get ready for Marvel League. That's coming up next. That's big. That's exciting. You want an AGL t-shirt? They're talking about it. Give it a thumbs up. Is that something you want to do? Do you want to draft a mythical beast? What's your pack one, pick one mythical beast? We drafted movie sequels. I won that, by the way. Then we drafted desserts. We're going to find out who wins that here very soon. Now we're drafting mythical beast. Do we have too much time on our hands? Maybe. But drafting things has been super fun. If you missed the bird draft, you missed out. It was the best, okay? It was the best. I did terrible, but it was fun. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. Find your thing. Make it yours. Make it fun. Be a part of the community and have a good time. And be like that cat out there that loves the egg. Go out there and get your egg. You know, egg boy like egg. If that doesn't just sum it all up, then I don't know what else will. Until then, I hope you get to keep a good 7. That's what it's all about. That's what I need. I need a good 7, okay? Normally I say, yeah, I could do with a 6. No. I need a good 7. I need it to be good, okay? And I hope that shuffler's in your favor, because I also need that, okay? I also need that. Yeah, sometimes you need a little bit of luck. And I heard the shuffler might be broken again, so I don't know. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone is talking about it. And we'll see everybody here next week. Until then, I guess this is Go Home.
Do you want some, mate? I'll give it you. You want some? You want some, do you?